Gems, welcome back. It's Lorena. Today we're here with a holiday get ready with me. Whether you're celebrating Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas like I am, I hope you have a great holiday with your friends and family and loved ones. I actually have to work Christmas Eve, which being Mexican, we celebrate Christmas Eve. Luckily, I get out early enough that I'll still be able to have dinner and stay up late with my family. So I'm super appreciative of that. Even though I'm new on the job, they gave me a really decent schedule. So thank you so much, Sephora. But yeah, I wanted to share with you guys the look that I was practicing today because honestly, I do have to get up a little bit early tomorrow to get ready, and I didn't want to be running around like trying to come up with a look tomorrow. So I'm actually filming this the 23rd, and it was kind of like a practice run, but I figured why not share with everybody what I plan on wearing. So I actually really like the way this look came out. So if you want to see how I got ready, then just keep watching. And here we go. So we're starting off with primer. I'm using the Present from Philosophy. You guys know I've been trying to use it up, but it also holds everything really nicely. Makes everything just stay put no matter what. And then I'm using my NARS Pro Primer for my eyes. Favorite Holy Grail eye primer. Can't go without this one. And since I plan on wearing a liquid lipstick, I'm going to exfoliate my lips so they're not all chapped and yucky. Using my lip exfoliant from e.l.f. I love it. $3 at Target. Works super well. Except I don't like eating my dry skin, so I just wipe it off with a tissue. And I'm going to moisturize with an EOS lip balm. And moving along to the eyes, I am going to start off with the shade Buff from the Lorac Pro 2 palette, just to set that whole lid, basically to set the primer, and help all your other shades blend a little more smoothly. Then I'm going in with a mixture of Nectar and Light Brown. I think they're both a bit too warm, but combined they work pretty nicely, so I tend to use both of them when I'm looking for a good transition shade. And you just do a lot of blending with these two through the crease. Blending is key in pretty much the whole look. I spent a lot of time blending. I had added a lot of that too, but yep, just kind of blend with a nice fluffy brush through the crease. I believe this one's from Morphe. As you can tell, I'm just kind of blending. I do make weird faces, so I apologize for that. And next I'm going to go in with Cool Gray, one of my favorites from this palette. This is just going to deepen the actual crease. I love this color. I use it all the time. This is one of my go-tos in this palette. And just keep applying and blending. This one I did kind of build up, applied a little bit more, blended. I kept going back and forth, so just so you guys know, I kind of cut it back because of timing, but this took me a while. Blending is really important though. You don't want any harsh lines, so that's why I took my sweet old time just blending through. It also helps if you hold the brush towards the end of the handle. It makes everything transition a little bit softer. The blending makes it a little bit easier. You're not putting too much pressure with the brush, so I've learned the hard way not to hold it from the top closer to the bristles, but from the bottom. It just kind of helps everything glide easier. So hope that tip helps. And yes, I'm singing along with the radio. Don't mind me. And next I went in with my Love of Color and Tati collab pencil in On Point. This I've mentioned before I also really love. I have like 2 of them. I actually think I bought like 3 or 4. This was a limited edition Birchbox item. This was actually, I believe, their first ever attempt at creating their own makeup collection from actual Birchbox itself, and I love these pencils, so just apply that, blend it with your finger. I also went in and just blended with the brush to smooth out any edges. And I didn't add more color, I just used what was on there to blend the crease. And I also used it on the inner corners as the base for the highlight shade as well. So moving along to my Naked 2, I use the shade Verve. This is my favorite one in the whole palette. Look how brightening it is. It's just a gorgeous silvery, but kind of with more of a white base. So it's a super bright silver. I love this color. I use it quite often. So yes, just applied that, blended through the crease. This pencil doesn't have anything on the crease side of the brush. This pencil, did I say pencil? The brush. It's a dual-ended one, so I just use the flat side to apply, the blending side to blend, but I didn't add any color with this. I just blended whatever was on my lids with the other side. Then I went back to the Lorac Pro, grabbed a little bit more cool gray, and kind of defined the crease once more because I felt like it had been blended away. So just kind of touch that up both sides as needed. Quick, easy, quick blending again. Man, I really do make weird faces. Next, I went in with black from the same Lorac Pro 2. Just use this in the outer corner. I did try to make sure it was just in the very outer corner. I didn't blend it too far into the crease. Just kind of softly darkened that spot, but just there. Because I didn't want this to be too smoky of an eye, but I did want just a little bit more depth. And of course, we're blending. Blending's our best friend, isn't it? And yes. Took it just a little bit along the lash line and really just stuck to the outer corner. I did not want a super dramatic smoky look. I just wanted a slightly deepened crease. And next I went with my Maybelline Baby Skin. I know it's kind of weird to be doubling up on primers, but the philosophy really holds everything in place. The Baby Skin smooths the best out of all the primers I've tried. So this was just to fill in my pores and make everything a lot smoother. And combining them works really well for me, so do what you gotta do, guys. Then I'm gonna use my Naked Skin. I'm in the shade 3.0. Dab this all over my face. And then use one of my favorite Morphe brushes to blend that in. Seriously, I can see why guys who do voiceovers call this their war paint. It totally does look like it. And again, this is a Morphe brush. I've had this brush for years and it's lasted so well. I want to say this brush is at least 3 if not 4 years old and it's still going strong, not shedding or anything. Of course, I don't have the number because this was before Morphe even blew up, so that's how long I've had it. They were a small little company at IMATS one year. The next year, bam, they're all over the place. So kudos to them. Brushes are amazing. And next we're going with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to conceal under the eyes and kind of highlight a bit of the face. This is actually a really light shade, but I like it. It works really well, it stays put, and it's not too heavy. So far so good. I'm digging this concealer. I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it would be a lot of hype, but no, it's actually really good. And I'm using another Morphe brush to blend that. This is the G6, and a lot of people say you can use this for foundation. I find it just too small for my big old face. So I like to use this for under eye concealer, for any cream blush or bronzers, things like that. Works better for me that way. And next we're going to go in with the Chiaroscuro from M Cosmetics. And I'm using the light shade in this as well. I'm just using the contour side because I don't like the highlight side. It really doesn't do much for me. But the contour stick is amazing. It's a perfect contour shade for me. Not too gray, not too warm. It's just perfect. So yes, this one I'm sad that they're always out of because I would totally buy it back up. Although this one's lasted me a long time too because I don't wear it on a daily. So good product. Definitely recommend this one. And next I went in with a cream blush. This is from LA Girl. I don't remember the exact shade. Everything will be listed in the description bar down below. But I have raved about these. They work really nicely. They stay all day. Great pigmentation. Really easy to blend. So yeah, you can either apply it with your finger to warm up the product or just dab it on your face like I am. But I love these blushes. And I'm using a dry Real Technique sponge to press that in. Honestly, this sponge works way better when it's wet, but I was just feeling lazy, so I just kind of picked it up and said, gonna use it dry. It works well too, so it's not a big deal. Alright, and next I did dampen that sponge with my MAC setting spray. I don't remember the name of that either. Sorry guys, it's early. But Just kind of dampened it so I can use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish to press everything in, set the face. And dampening your sponge with the setting spray actually works really nicely. I think I learned that from Wayne Goss, but it works amazing. Of course, he did it like 75 times. I only spray it once. He did it like between every single step, and I'm not going to waste that much of the setting spray. But yeah, just dampening your brush, or not your brush, your sponge with setting spray before applying powder works super, super well. And I did fill in my brows, but you guys know I find that boring in tutorials, so I didn't share that. And I'm just applying some brow gel to hold them in place. This is the Brow Gal, my favorite. And I cannot do my liner on camera because I need to be all up in the mirror, so I was just telling you I'd be right back. Now that it's done, I applied Frill from ColourPop. This was a limited edition shade, which sucks because it's beautiful in the waterline. So yes, I'm really sad about that, but I love using in the waterline to brighten my eyes, and that's what I'm doing here. And since it does have that purpley shade, it kind of inspired me to add purple to the lower lash line. And this was kind of a fail, you guys, because I'm trying to show you the shade I used, but I didn't show it to you at all. So this is from Anastasia Moonchild. I will list the actual color down below. It's like Purple Heart or something like that. But yeah, I used the bottom left corner one. Well, if you're looking at the palette, I guess it's like the top right. Anyways, I'll list the name down below for you. And of course, we're going to curl our lashes, just using a Revlon lash curler, which I had to clean right before using this. I think last time I curled my lashes with it, it bit off a piece of my lashes, so be careful not to let product build up on there. And I use my CoverGirl Supersizer. You guys know this is a holy grail mascara for me. And I did fast forward to this too because the mascara face is real, guys. The struggle. My face looks so weird. I was like, okay, only putting a small portion of that online. So next I went ahead and used the Champagne Pop, which I had used the mirror to apply my mascara, and applied that where you normally highlight on your face, of course. Finally, we're going to line our lips. This is Honey Berry from Essence, and it is a bit of a bright pink, but I really love it, and it worked well as a base, I'm not going to lie. It might be a little bit too pinky for the shade I used, but the shade I used is also deep enough that it kind of covers everything anyways. Just lining and filling in my lips there. I'm actually really terrible at lining. I make my lips crooked sometimes and I'm like, what happened? And then I use ColourPop's Notion. This is not my favorite in their line, but if you take it off before eating, it doesn't get as messy. But this one does transfer a bit. Sometimes if you're not careful, it might like get on your upper lip, make you have a red mustache. You have to be careful with the shade, but it's beautiful. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. And we're essentially done. Here we are making fun of the way people pose, having a little good time. Hope you like it, guys. And yes, that is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Would you wear something like this? Are you going to do something smokier, something more neutral? Let me know. I'd love to hear about your holiday looks. And I also just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who recently subscribed and joined the Gems family. Welcome. We appreciate you. I hope you'll stick around for more videos and that you enjoy my content. If you have any suggestions, any at all, please let me know in the comments down below, because as you guys can tell, I am a smaller YouTuber. I am still trying to grow my base and figure things out here. I've been on YouTube for a little while now, but I always love hearing from you guys, hearing suggestions on videos or what I could correct or things like that. So any feedback would be lovely to hear. Thank you so much for joining us though. I hope you'll stick around once again, and I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a great holiday, you guys. Have fun and be safe. That's very important around this time of year. I know everybody wants to have a great time, but if you are old enough to drink, please do so in moderation. And if you plan on going overboard, that's totally fine, but just make sure you're not driving home. Make sure you have that designated driver, someone to take care of you, and just stay safe. Watch out for other people in your family, your friends. Don't let your friends drink or drive home if they're wobbling around. Like, let's all be responsible, take care of each other, love each other, and I hope you guys have a fun and safe holiday, and I will see you very soon.